Hey everyone, Technical Blader here. First of all, I'd like to show you that this is not a clickbait. I will actually be discussing a Bakugan AR game and all the evidence I have so far. Now, since this is my first ever Bakugan video, I feel the need to prove to you guys that I am actually a long-time Bakugan fan that is glad the Bakugan is back. So guys, this is what I could find. I think first we can start with this. This is Bakugan Defenders of the Core Maxis. The game is in here. There's a limited edition action figure here as well. Really fun game. And this is actually Bakugan Battle Brawlers. I finished them both. I'll show you the gameplay in a while. And then these are my cards and Bakugan. Obviously this isn't all of them. These ones are in bad condition. The good ones, I stored them up somewhere and I can't remember where. So hopefully I'll be able to find them. This is well, they're from different generations. I think New Vestroya, Battle Brawlers, Gundalian, Invaders. Can also look at the cards. Okay, so this is Raptorix, one of the Bakugan I'm looking for, and this Trap, the Twin Destructor. I really hope I can find them because this was my best Bakugan and this was my best Trap. So I have a bunch of these. And now I'll try and put it on the screen because you can't see their stats right now. This is Zukonator. Zukonator right here. Some cards. I have cards from different generations. Lots of them. These are Neo cards. Bunch. Gate cards. Let's get this open. I can't seem to remember this one's name, but yeah. Okay. Okay, we have some Dragonoid cards. I think we can put these cards together with our Dragonoid. And you know, stuff like that. So when I find the other ones, I'll let you know. Let's look at that gameplay now. Ever since Pokemon Go was released, I've always thought that no toy franchise could benefit from AR like Bakugan can. A cousin of mine who had the older Bakugan once said that they just open and don't do anything. And that's no doubt because the anime, the cartoon, makes us expect a lot from these toys from another dimension. And fair enough, the new mechanic where you roll the balls to pick up Bakugans.
Team attack on the line.
Oh man! Hey! Hey! Yeah! Oh! 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 Oh my God! Oh!
Is a major improvement, but in 2019 it's not enough because now we have things like Windows Mixed Reality, Android's AR Core, Apple's ARkit.
What will they enable us to do?
Fuel tank.
Niantic first mentioned this new and improved AR mode way back bigger. You can sneak around them or you can get up really close. Getting closer makes it a bit easier.
These things make it easy to map our environment, overlay fields and such, and even bring life-size fictional characters to life. And it's so accessible that practically anyone can do it.
More immersive ways to play.
View labels in context.
For instance, here's what I was able to do with the Windows Mixed Reality View app that comes with all Windows 10 PCs. I easily found a T-Rex and a dragon. I was able to put it on my Bakugan cards with a click of a button, with animations and everything. So change the design. The T-Rex could be trucks, the dragon would be Dragonoid, and it's that simple. But the good news is I have a lot of proof that the guys at Bakugan and Spin Masters are thinking the exact same thing. The narrative. As was proven by Pokemon Go, the narrative is extremely important to AR titles, especially location-based AR games. The reason why people are willing to go out and catch Pokemon all around is because it makes sense that they're everywhere. I mean, that's exactly what we see in Pokemon anime and games. That means if there was a Naruto game where you run around finding ninjas, people will be less inclined to play that game because it simply doesn't make any sense. So the narrative is definitely the core part of AR titles, and Bakugan has completely revamped its narrative to match what I would call a very makeable, location-based AR game. Finding Bakugan. In the previous series, cards started raining down from the sky one day.
I know this is gonna sound weird, but one day, my whole world changed. You see, cards started dropping from the sky.
And the Bakugan mysteriously appeared to whoever it chose. Fast forward to Bakugan Battle Planet, and now Bakugan are being formed from the Earth's crust all the time.
On Battle Planet, with monsters unleashed from another dimension.
And you can find them everywhere, in streams, on trees, on the road, etc. And if you find one, then it's yours. Sound familiar? It's the same go out, go explore, go catch 'em all team Pokemon Go uses to keep its players playing. And if you don't know what Pokemon Go is, then you probably don't have access to the internet, and then you're probably not watching this video right now. Link in the description below. Faction system. Of course, the new faction system supports the card game, but some of its changes heavily hint at a Bakugan AR game. Case 1, no Subterra. They scrapped the Subterra type when they moved to the faction system. And honestly, it doesn't really make much of a difference because Bakugan has never emphasized type affinities like fire is weak to water, none of that. But in its place, they added 2 new factions, which are Aurelius and Diamond. These are rare factions, and the Aurelius and Diamond variants of Bakugan are much stronger than their counterparts. For instance, the Aurelius Dragonoid is stronger than the Pyrus, Ventus, and all in terms of B power and damage. Now, I follow lots of games and toy franchises, and when you start making gold and diamond variants, it's to make things that are rare and valuable because gold and diamond are rare themselves. So they can be prizes at competitions, limited editions, and so on. But it doesn't stop there. We now have Evos, Ultras, and Ultra Evos. And from the cartoon, we know that these aren't separate Bakugan, but Bakugan can evolve under certain conditions. So in the context of Pokemon Go, Aurelius Bakugan are like shiny Pokemon, Diamond Bakugan are like legendary Pokemon, and Ultras Evos and Ultra Evos are like the evolutions in Pokemon Go. And Pokemon Go has proven that this is the best model because rare stuff can now be limited to events, raids, and so on, and it promotes competition, adds depth to AR games because everyone is now looking for rare stuff. So my theory for why there's no Subterra and there's now Aurelius is because gold and diamond variants are meant to be visually appealing. And Bakugan sometimes uses different shades of color to differentiate between Bakugan, or sometimes to save money, who knows. And since brown is so close to gold, from the app I can already see some brown AURELUS Bakugan. I guess Subterra just was in the way of the whole faction system. This also explains why Chaos was changed from white and gold to white and blue. Battles. Battles in Bakugan have also been revamped. Remember this?
Bakugan! Field open!
Yeah, that was the old Bakugan. In Bakugan Battle Planet, battles are done in the real world and Bakugan interacts with real things.
It's my brand new car.
And only people with Bakugan can actually be in the field.
Don't scare me! Droma!
Oh, get a shot of this! Only brawlers are allowed in...
Or in this case, only people with the app on their mobile phones can actually be in the battle. And from watching the anime, the cartoon, there's a lot of themes about how brawlers should mind their surroundings, play in large, open, public places like parks to be safe.
Drago! Whoa! Too close!
I mean, come on guys, how more obvious can it be? The cartoon is practically an AR game. And how the battle works, a field appears all over the ground, which is actually a hive matrix of hexagons. And then when you throw a Bakugan, it hits a hexagon and this giant beast comes out.
The power is now in your hands. You've been chosen to battle for the fate of two worlds. Get ready to brawl.
So basically, map and overlay a field over the real environment.
More immersive ways to play.
Identify when the ball hits the ground, and then place this life-size object in that spot. These are the bases of AR, or rather this is the basis of AR. And these things are very makeable. There are even applications that would do these things for you. The only issue might be the throwing part, because no one wants the kids throwing Bakugan, throwing toys all around. So it might actually be throwing virtual Bakugan with hand motion or by swiping the screen like Pokeballs in Pokemon.
Back in June at WWDC, but it's finally set to roll out later this. It's a bit easier to get those great or excellent throws.
Now in the actual battles, Bakugan will fight on their own automatically.
Battle for the fate of two worlds. Get ready to brawl.
Watch closely! This is how Drago and I Bakugan battle!
And maybe you can cheer them on, you know, like, go Drago, come on, you can do it.
Let's go Drago!
Or maybe anyone with the app can cheer them on as well. That would be really cool. And to use abilities, you have to run around picking these glowing Baku codes like we see in the cartoon.
Alright, back to the action. That move on action.
Harness the power.
And maybe when you throw them, if they hit different parts of the Bakugan, like the head, the tail, the wings, they use different moves. That would be really cool.
Alright, back to the action. Drago, Twisting Inferno!
You got it!
Trucks! Sonic Uproar!
Outstanding! Dark Blast!
Harness the power of Bakugan. No battle will ever be the same.
So strategy and skill, that is definitely a game worth playing. And if you're wondering how we can pick up Bakugans, it's come to something called filters. We use it a lot on Snapchat, Instagram. It simply tracks your hand, you know, and puts the Bakugan there when you pick it up. Like I said, all these things are really makeable. We can do them with the technology we have now. That is why I'm so convinced that this theory is true.
And new ways to create the things we imagine.
And we also have an idea of how multiplayer battles are going to work. It's going to be a free-for-all. And this works perfectly with location-based AR games because, let's be honest, running around looking for someone to 1v1 you isn't very safe or very fun, and I'm sure parents won't want their kids to have such direct contact with strangers. So the free-for-all method is actually the best. It's going to be very safe, social, and fun. And another thing I noticed from the cartoon is that anyone can pick up the Bakugan. So you can throw the cards around to keep your opponents from getting them, or to hand them over to your teammate. And guys, this is all just from the first 10 episodes. So it is clear to me that Bakugan AR is not a myth. And if and when this game is released, it's going to be the best AR game ever, because it's going to be a replica of the cartoon and it's going to deliver on everything in the cartoon, which will make it so realistic and immersive. Thanks for watching. To my Beyblade fans, I'm still making Beyblade videos. This is just a Bakugan fan who is glad that Bakugan is back. So stay subscribed. More awesome content coming your way. And please subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to support a technical blader, leave a like, share this video with your friends, and spread the good news. And feel free to comment, because I will read your comments. Goodbye, and Happy New Year from a technical blader.